Hello everyone. We're here to talk about changes in EmblemHealth's prescription drug program. We've received a lot of questions about what exactly is going on with your prescription benefits, and we're here today to help provide some answers. So let's first address that this was a business decision that EmblemHealth made about its pharmacy benefit manager. And as we're going to see, there's actually no change to your prescription benefits plans. This is mostly just a company switch that Emblem has made that happens on the back end, and your doctor deals with it, and it doesn't really affect you and the benefits that you are getting. So let's get into it. EmblemHealth is changing its pharmacy benefit manager, or PBM, for all of its health plans. So any city health plan that is administered by EmblemHealth is affected by this change. And what they're doing is they're moving from Express Scripts to Prime Therapeutics as the pharmacy benefit manager for their health plans. The copays and benefits that you get with your prescription plans are not changing. And that's the most important piece of information here. While they are switching the company that does the pharmacy benefits, your copays and benefits on your prescription plans are not changing. So what is a PBM? A pharmacy benefit manager, or PBM, helps employers manage drug costs and coverage. They negotiate the prices with the drug makers and work with the pharmacies to process the prescriptions that your doctors prescribe for you. PBMs do most of their work on the back end of your drug plan, which means you don't interact with your pharmacy benefit manager or PBM. That's done by the doctors and the insurance companies on the back end of your prescriptions. What does this mean for retirees? If you have an optional prescription rider through GHI Senior Care, HIP VIP, HIP HMO, or the NICE PPO, your pharmacy benefit manager will be Prime Therapeutics starting on January 1st, 2026. But remember, your copays and benefits are not changing. This slide tells us a little bit about the optional rider costs that are going to be effective starting January 1st, 2026. The pre-Medicare rider for the NICE PPO will be $123.86 per month. For GHI Senior Care, the cost for the optional rider is $183.38 per month. Now, this year for the first time, there's an option to decouple the rider from the prescription and the 365-day hospitalization portion to just getting the 365-day hospitalization portion for $3.38. If you do that, you will need to purchase a supplemental prescription rider from the open market on your own. There will still be a $75 reimbursement from the UFT Welfare Fund per month for GHI Senior Care. For the HIP VIP program, it will be $227.95 per month, and there's still the $75 reimbursement from the UFT Welfare Fund available. And for the HIP HMO, it's $161.83 per month, and they still have the $75 reimbursement from the UFT Welfare Fund per month. So let's talk about prior authorizations. You may have gotten a letter recently. So why are you being asked to get a new prior authorization for medicines that you were already using? Well, there's a couple answers to this. First, prior authorizations are only given for a certain period of time. So your doctor may give you a prior authorization for 6 months or a year. Once those prior authorizations expire, they must be renewed by your doctor in your prescription plan. Most of them are for a calendar year. So a lot of them are due up in January, and so you will be getting notifications now if they need to be renewed. EmblemHealth reached out to us to let us know that if you received a letter saying that you need a new prior authorization, but your current one is not expired yet, Emblem is aware of the problem, and they are going to be sending you a correction letter. So if you received a letter telling you that you need a new prior authorization, but your current one is not expired, this was a mistake on Emblem's part, and they will be sending you a correction letter about this. What about current prior authorizations? If you currently have a prior authorization that extends into 2026, it will be automatically rolled over to Prime Therapeutics for you. And there's no need for you to do anything until that prior authorization expires and you need to get it renewed by your doctor. But if you have any right now and they roll into 2026, they will be moved over to Prime Therapeutics for you, and you need to take no action at this time. What if I need a new prior authorization? Any prior authorizations that you get now through the end of 2025 will still go through Express Scripts. The process will be exactly the same, and the doctor will enter the information in exactly the same way as they do now. And if you're granted one between now and the end of 2025, when we hit January 1st, 2026, it will be rolled over to Prime Therapeutics for you, and you will not need to do anything. If you start a new medication in 2026 that requires a prior authorization, your doctor will request the prior authorization from Prime Therapeutics. This is all happening on the back end. There is nothing that you need to do to make that happen. They will know based on the insurance policy that you have that they need to authorize it with Prime Therapeutics, and they will do that for you. It's the same process as what they do now with Express Scripts. They're just going to be using Prime's phone number, fax number, and provider portal to submit the request. But that is nothing that you need to worry about. And that is for the medications starting in 2026. So the only thing your doctor is going to be asking you when they're prescribing you these medications is where you would like it sent. And you can let them know whether you would like it sent to a retail pharmacy or a mail order pharmacy, which we'll talk about in a minute. Prescriptions. What will prescriptions cost in 2026? Well, it's important to note that there will be no changes in copays and cost shares with the switch to Prime Therapeutics. Remember, your plan benefits are staying the same, so no change to copays or cost shares with this switch. What about 30 and 90-day prescriptions? 30-day supply and 90-day supply of maintenance medications can still be filled at retail pharmacy networks. In the rare case that your current pharmacy is not in Prime Therapeutics network, you will receive a letter letting you know how to find a new pharmacy near you that is in network. And this is a rare instance and usually only applies to small local pharmacies, not major retailers. All right, let's talk about mail order. Medicare retirees will now have two options for mail order pharmacies. The first is Express Scripts, the same as today. So Express Scripts has a mail order delivery service, and you can continue to use that if you are on that now and as a Medicare retiree would like to continue using that service. You will now also have the option to use Amazon Pharmacy. Pre-Medicare retirees will only be able to use Amazon Pharmacy for their mail order prescription delivery. Your prescriptions will be automatically transferred from Express Scripts to Amazon Pharmacy. All you're going to need to do is to make an account on Amazon Pharmacy after January 1st. Just like you did when signing up for Express Scripts. You're going to log on, you'll enter your information from your ID card, and you'll be able to have your prescriptions right there and delivered to your home. So let's talk a little bit more about Amazon Pharmacy. Amazon Pharmacy will fill your mail order prescriptions just like Express Scripts does now. You do not need to be a member of Amazon Prime to be able to have access to Amazon Pharmacy. So if you're not an Amazon Prime member, that does not matter. You still will be able to log in and access Amazon Pharmacy for your prescriptions. There's a couple benefits to Amazon Pharmacy because of the deal that Emblem negotiated with them. Delivery times will likely be faster than Express Scripts. For example, in the 5 boroughs, you may have same-day delivery on many of your prescriptions. And the monetary costs for medications may be less than the set copays when using Amazon Pharmacy. If you're a Medicare retiree and you want to use Amazon Pharmacy, you can transfer your prescription using the Prime Therapeutics app called Prime Central. It'll work in a similar way, and you'll be able to log in and create an account and switch your medication from Express Scripts to Amazon Pharmacy if you would like to as a Medicare retiree. So our members are in many different plans, and depending on which plan you are in, you have different options for how you're going to receive your prescriptions. So let's walk through a few of those on this chart. For the NICE PPO, HIP HMO, Senior Care, and HIP VIP, if you're looking to get a 30-day supply of your prescription from a retail pharmacy, you have access to the full pharmacy network of 62,000 plus pharmacies nationally that you can pick up your 30-day supply of your medication at. If you're looking to get 90-day supplies of your medication. For the NICE PPO and for HIP HMO, you can use Walgreens, Costco, and select independent pharmacies. For members who are in senior care and HIP VIP, you'll still have access to the full pharmacy network of national retailers to pick up your 90-day supply from a retail pharmacy. For 90-day home delivery, for the NICE PPO and HIP HMO, you'll have access to Amazon Pharmacy for home delivery. For members who are in senior care and HIP VIP, you'll have access to Express Scripts and Amazon Pharmacy as home delivery options for a 90-day supply of your medication. What if you have to change medications? So in about 99% of cases, you will not need to change a medication as a result of this formulary switch. There's only about 1.78% of members who may need to change their medication brand as a result of this change. Prime Therapeutics will allow for a one-time transition fill of your current medications in 2026 to assist with this transition, so that protection's in place there for you. If you do need to switch a medication, they will let you know. So please follow the instructions from EmblemHealth and Prime Therapeutics to work with your doctor to find a replacement that works for you. In most cases, you won't even need to make a trip to the doctor. A phone call with your doctor should be enough so that they can send a new electronic prescription to your pharmacy. We've just covered a lot of information, and I'm sure you have more questions. Let's go through a few ways you can get some more answers. First, call EmblemHealth at the number on the back of your medical ID card. That will have the number that is custom tailored to your particular plan and will help get you information the fastest. You can also visit emblemhealth.com/city. This takes you to a website that has all of the city's plans on there. You can then find the name of your plan, click on it, and it will bring you to a more detailed area where you can find answers for your particular plan. And as your union, you know you can always reach out to us for help and support. And the Welfare Fund is ready to do that at rxhelp@uftwf.org. And you can send an email there with your particular question, and a team of dedicated pharmacists that work at the UFT Welfare Fund will be able to reach out and help you get answers that you need. Thanks so much for being here and learning with us today. Please check your postal mail for updates being sent to you by EmblemHealth and Prime Therapeutics. You should receive your new ID card in the mail in December. Please also stay tuned to your emails for any information and updates coming from the UFT. We will keep you informed as this process moves forward.